How's it going, everybody? Louie here from LM Action Sports Media, and this is episode 1 of the Nitty Gritty. What's the Nitty Gritty? How did I come up with this? I go to ATV and dirt bike racing series, and I love this sport so much. I want to share my experience, maybe sit down with the racing series, riders, anybody that's involved with the sport. It don't matter if it's the parents of the riders. I want to hear your story and see what it takes to get to the races, the ups and downs of everything, and just share your experience with everybody. And if it helps just one person go to the races or go racing themselves, this series has been a great success. So we're going to have some people on the show, and I want to share their stories. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the show. So thank you for tuning in. This is Louie at LM Action Sports Media. This is Louie here from LM Action Sports, and this is episode 1 of the Nitty Gritty. And I am here with 2 members of the YXZ Mafia. We got Andrew Savage and Sean Mann. Sean, you're the co-pilot, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to talk about how they got into side-by-side racing, what they love about the sport. Sean's going to tell me what it's like riding passenger, because I've always wanted to do it, but I never had the cojones to get in one because I don't trust nobody's driving except myself, and I don't trust myself in one. So, but we're going to talk about that and about the side-by-side racing in this area. I know a lot of the series isn't running the side-by-sides anymore. We're going to find out what they're doing to get out there and get that thrill of racing those buggies in the tight woods. And you guys are crazy. I know that. So, Andrew, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, for me, as far as, I guess, me personally, it was just, I would say I was just a small town mountain boy, I guess you'd say, blue collar boys. And I just kind of picked up on racing through some friends and started out doing that. I actually started out with motocross.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, as I was younger. I was probably 13, 14 if I really started kind of getting more into it. Raced a little bit there and here and there, and I was okay. It wasn't the best. I was more like better at being pit crew with my buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of that, but I still rode a bunch. It's actually how I met Sean. So,
Yeah.
it's a whole deal there. But so I met him, and I started mechanicking a lot for my buddies, going to races and stuff like that.
Okay.
And we had a lot of fun. And then later on, a group of my friends started doing the wood stuff. And I kind of knew about the side-by-side racing around 2017, 2018.
Okay.
But I didn't really kind of pursue it till probably 2021. That's when I kind of got into it. But for me personally, it's just I started out with moto, then basically transitioned to woods. I was always it's funny because I used to talk smack about woods.
Oh, yeah?
I did. I was full moto guy, man.
Oh,
I was
wow.
I was.
Those are fighting words over.
It is. And I can sit here and say, hey, I eat it. So it's. I was a full moto guy, and I was heck with woods, man. I feel you go to woods, you break stuff all the time. And then looking back now, man, I was so wrong. The atmosphere with woods is so much better.
Okay.
And that's what really kind of drew me in was the sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And everything was what really drew me in. So that's what really kind of got me into the whole wood stuff. And I had truck pulling. We did some of that with my dad, and we still do to this day. And that was really competitive as well.
Okay.
But I always kind of did something a little different. And that's
Yeah.
when I got into the whole woods thing and the buggy thing. So that was a lot of fun. So it's been a fun transition, to say the least.
No doubt. Well, how'd you get into it?
So, been racing woods for probably when I was 16, 17, took a break.
What were you racing? Dirt bikes?
Dirt bikes. I would mess around with four-wheelers on the side, but was always a dirt bike boy. A couple local boys would always do New East Coast, A-Works, some GNCC races, and was always into it. So I was like, work got in the way. Finally got another bike, got into it, got real big into it. Was going to all these different races and stuff. Bunch of friends back home. Some do motocross. We pit for them. Me and him will pit for the guys.
Okay.
Or, he'll come pit for me. And ever since then, I liked it. This past year, I'm now getting out of it and going into the buggy world.
Oh, yeah, that's a big jump going.
Well, with age comes with a cage. So.
Well, it's not a big jump. It's an expensive jump, too, from dirt bikes to a side-by-side.
Yeah.
A lot less gear, though. That's the only nice thing. You don't go out buy the boots no more.
What do you mean a lot less gear? Don't you guys got to wear the suits?
Some races, yes. The one switchback race is 98 degrees, and me and him looked at each other like, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't doing that one.
We're not gonna wear fire suits today.
That would have been a one hell of a hot ride.
We did that one time, and I was cooking. I'm like, yeah, we ain't never. I'll do that no more.
What's the average time you guys are out there racing? Is it same as
2 hours.
2 hours plus one lap?
Depends on how. It's same thing with the A-Works. Depending on how the first guy goes.
Okay.
Usually depends on track. Switchback gets an hour plus a lap for us racing. Other series you go to, you'll do like 2 hour, 6 hour. They even have 12 hour, 24
I saw that.
hours. Yeah, them guys are nuts.
Yeah.
I know them personally, and I get a couple races with them here and there. We're actually supposed to go to one in July, actually, with them and do a little bit of filming for our Facebook page for the YXZ Mafia.
Okay.
And because some of the guys are going to go race, and we're going to be pitting a good bit for them.
Okay.
And it's them guys are nuts. 24 hours of this. I mean, they rotate drivers every 3 hours.
Yeah.
But still, 3 hours in a side-by-side.
Making it last that long, and there's always something going to break, flats or something. I just watched Travis Pastrana doing a 12-hour race, and those guys were welding frames up, getting dragged in with the ball joint hanging out, and it's just like...
Yeah, that was funny because actually our buddies actually raced with them, Jake Fredericks and Mark Gilmore, who's actually with the YXZ Mafia guys, with us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They actually went there and got the race against Pastrana. Pastrana was actually trying to pass Jake when Pastrana crashed. He rolled.
I saw that roll. He rolled, and he got back on all four wheels and kept on going. It's like, what are the odds of that? That would never happen to me. I'd be on my side or upside down, struggling to get out or anything. And that's one of my biggest fears. It all happened in a pickup truck, a jacked up pickup truck, going up a hill, and I got stuck. And trying to back down, and I started going too fast, and I hit the brakes, and the front end started sliding like this. And I almost rolled sideways until I let off the brakes and it straightened back out. But I went for a ride with a buddy in his side-by-side, and he started getting a little crazy, and we started going up this hill, and I thought we were going to roll over, but we didn't. But it was terrifying, and I don't know. I love when I got to work with the A-Work series. They gave us a side-by-side, and it's a little Kawasaki Mule, bench seat, top speeds like 35 miles an hour. So I enjoyed that, but I don't know. Strapped in a harness, I get claustrophobic, but I do love the sound of a turbo and just flying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That definitely does it.
The good old back roads of your town.
That was a long time ago. That's when he first ever rode with me before he was even a race car. That was fun.
So the YFZs, they have a manual clutch, or when they first came out, I remember they were known because they had a clutch and gears, unlike the Polaris and the Can-Ams and that. Is it still that way, or is there other options?
So it's still that way. It's two different models. You have the actual clutch pedal one, where it's actually the manual shift with a lever, kind of like a standard shift in a car in a way. But then you have the automatic, which is the SS. But the transmissions from 17 to current, depending on what model you have, is you can do the paddle shifts like an Indy car.
Okay.
And so it's a one gas pedal and a brake pedal. That's it, no clutch. So you have to shift on the fly. But these new ones now, these brand new models they came out with, is which our buddy has one, and it's wild. It's an SS car. You can shift with the paddles. Now they have this new one called Auto SS, where it shifts up and down by itself by RPM range.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's a game changer for sure, I think. So I give it maybe 2 more years maybe, and I think the whole team will be switched over to that just by the feedback we got from it for one race.
So what year are you riding?
So right now mine's kind of a Frankenstein build. It's for lack of a better word.
Is it?
Yeah, it's so it's a 17 chassis, 2017 chassis. It's an SS car, but it has been basically updated to be like a 2019 YXZ. And what I mean by that is in 2019 the brakes were bigger, different bolt patterns on the hub.
Okay.
And the gearing was different from first to second. It was deeper. Radiators were relocated in the rear and just small miscellaneous stuff like that. Bigger oil coolers on them. So mine has the 19 gearing in it because you can take the 19 gears from a factory YXZ of a 19 and switch them right into a 17. The only thing you got to change is your is a spring mechanism inside the transmission, which you can buy the kit off Wheeler Racing.
Okay.
So we did that. We switched the brakes over to stainless steel brakes. From 19 up, they have those.
Okay.
And we did some other upgrades there with some sponsor help. So we changed some stuff around there. But for the most part, it's like a 17 chassis, engine and transmission slightly modified.
Now, they come from the factory with the radiator in the back?
From 2019 and up, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think they would do that, but that's perfect for the racers and that.
That, and they found out over time with the rads in the front, they get clogged up from just trail riding.
Oh, yeah.
So you would be overheating everything. So that's why they finally put it in the back, like all the Baja vehicles. They found out that the airflow goes right over the roof. You have no dust, no mud.
Well, I was looking at Polaris Trail, a little 50-incher, and I was looking at some of the issues, and it's not just Polaris. Everybody's having the issues of it overheating because they got the grills are so wide open and there's nothing really protecting those radiators, and they get packed with dirt and dust and all that, and they overheat, go into limp mode or whatever. So do the YFCs, does yours have, is it turbocharged?
So mine's actually not turboed. It's non-turbo until I get this other car I've been looking at, which will be turbo. So
He's looking at it.
I've been looking for some more power. We've been talking about
Oh.
it. So that's a conversation for later on here. But yeah, we run the radiator in the rear. Mine's actually a custom-built radiator by my good buddy and sponsor, Jimmy Moore, with JM Fabrication. He's practically built probably 70% of my car.
Oh,
all
yeah?
the parts, yeah. 70% of the car is probably his. But he's awesome though. But yeah, we had the radiator in the back. We run a 3-fan system, 3 12-inch fans on his kit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Keep it cool.
yeah. We spin a thing so hard. If it ain't on the rev limiter, it's like upshift. If it ain't, we downshift. So we push the NA cars really hard just to try to keep in tow with the turbo cars.
What made you guys decide Yamaha over Polaris, Can-Am? Yamaha was the last ones that pretty much came, well, other than the new Kawasaki H2. That's just insane. But Yamaha was the ones that came in after Can-Am and Polaris already got established in that. And they were the kind of like the underdogs, but they came out swinging with just a manual transmission. I know that was the biggest rave about everything. And
Yeah.
What made you choose Yamaha?
So that's actually a small story there. So it's kind of funny. So I started getting in the side-by-side world. My uncle was huge into Can-Am, and I like Can-Ams myself. And I went and was looking around and think, man, I don't know if I want to do this. At the time, I just got out of motocross. I just got rid of the dirt bikes. I was done. And I still love the sport. I still watch it religiously.
Oh, yeah.
I still do. But
Supercross tonight.
oh, yeah. Yeah. I got money on Eli Tomac.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I'm a Cooper Webb fan.
He's good, too. I like him. He's good.
And Chase Sexton.
I'm curious how he's going to work that out.
I think he's
But
going to do fine. Just
I
a
hope
little
so.
jitters.
But, yeah, so we were looking around at them, and I was thinking about buying one. At the time, my dad went up to Mercedes Motorsports, which is a dealership in Greensburg, Irwin area, and he bought a Roxor Mahindra, basically like an old Jeep type deal.
Oh, I was going to say, I never heard of
Yeah,
What's he
they're
talking-
wild. I ain't gonna lie, they're pretty wild. I don't know if they're still making them or not. They come with diesel engines in them and everything. Like it's honestly pretty wild. They have full axles in them and everything. Like they're a built machine. I'll say that. Well, he was up there and he called me and he said, "Hey," he said, "there's a awesome Rock Edition Can-Am X3 up here that was a prototype, like I shouldn't say prototype, like it's one of the show cars, like they take out, do like demos and stuff with
Yeah.
it. And it was for sale for $15,000.
Oh,
And it was an
jeez.
X3 turbo car. I couldn't believe it. So I drove up to Mercedes because if it's here, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk in the door, guys pulling it out on a trailer, getting it loaded.
Oh,
I'm like, no. And
dang.
so I was like, dismissed the deal of a lifetime right there. So,
Yeah.
but I went to walk out because I was a little frustrated. You know, you think, you know,
Oh, of course.
made the drive.
I know what the feeling is going getting something new. You're all excited. You're already planning out tomorrow. And
Oh, yeah.
now you just see your dream go trailering out.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
just mad at the world. And it's
Oh,
just like,
I was mad. I mean, I was disappointed, and I started walking out the door, and I just glanced to my left. I couldn't tell you why. I just glanced to my left, and there was this Yamaha YXZ sitting there, and I'm like, I looked at it. I remember watching them online because I thought they were awesome. I like the looks of them. I like how they sound. Like I liked a lot about them. I liked that they were gear driven, which really had me interested.
okay.
And I walked over, I looked at it, and I thought about it. Salesman came out. He said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Well, I was trying to buy a Can-Am over there." And he laughed. He said, "Yeah, we just sold it." And I'm like, "Yeah." So he offered me a really good number on the car. I think at the time it had 100 miles on it. It was like
Oh,
it was like damn near new. Pardon my language. I shouldn't say that, but it was like new, and it was 2017, and had 100 miles on it. And the guy said, "We'll sell it to you for $13,000."
wow.
And this was like all before COVID and all this before happened. So it was like, that's a good deal. I thought about it for a day, and I said, I'm going to go back next weekend. If it's there, I'm going to buy it. I went back in. Sure enough, still sitting in the same spot. So I said, hey, I'll take that YXZ. And the price was right, and I liked the car, and I liked the color. It was black and red, special edition.
Oh, okay.
It was, 'cause I never saw a black and red one.
Yeah.
So I bought
I
it.
don't think I have either.
They're rare.
Yeah. Blue. I remember yellow and blue, I think.
Yeah, yellow, blue, orange, white, and gray. Like,
Okay, I remember seeing a white one. I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
an orange one yet.
Yeah, the older ones are that color.
Oh,
So
okay.
16, 17. So I ended up buying it, and pretty much it was a trail ride buggy. That's all it was. We were just honestly drinking beers with my buddies and my cousins and what it was. And then obviously the racing stuff happened like a couple years later, and then that's when it all kind of just took flight for me.
Okay.
So that's the story about how I bought it. It wasn't supposed to buy it. It just happened. So
Now, Sean, you don't have a buggy?
Not yet.
You have a dirt bike still, or
Just got rid of it. Got it back on a street bike.
a street bike?
I had a 2019 350 SXF. But I bought off my one buddy that did motocross,
Oh,
and I converted it over to woods.
okay.
Bigger sprocket. I changed out the rear wheel to an 18 with bibs in it, the foam balls.
I don't know nothing about those bits and that. I thought there was a tube still in there. It's just foam.
Yeah, so some guys, they run tubes. Some of the pros, they run a foam bib. So it's literally a foam inner tube. So you could hit a rock, you could hit a root, you're not going to get a flat no more. Them guys will run them tires until they're bald. Got that bike, built it up to what I want it to be, put a tune on it, drove all the way out to Ohio for an exhaust. It was a, can't remember what it was, but it was like $1,200.
I think that was an Acropovic exhaust, wasn't it? Or however you say that. That's a big,
yeah.
He
I
called
call
me.
it Acropovic or whatever.
Yeah, he called me day of. He was all excited on the phone.
So I was on Facebook, kid had it out for sale, $300. Full system Acropovic exhaust.
You got a deal there. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, I told him, so you don't jump on that, someone else will.
Yeah.
So built that bike up and, got racing with a bunch of friends. Took me to Mountain Ridge, Rock Run, rode around, got my feet wet back into the sport. And I was like, okay. Come May of 2017 was Seven Springs.
Big
Oh.
race. That's where it all.
The
Oh.
infamous. Well, I didn't realize how big I didn't even know it was a ski resort and that. I got into the A-Work series because of my nephew. He started racing quads, the one right across the driveway. And I was a photographer. I do portrait photography for my main job. And I do the A-Works, taking pictures for people on that. And when we rolled in there, I looked right at the gates just to get in. I'm like, holy cow, this is something fancy here. What's going on here?
It's
And my,
big.
my wife said it's a ski resort. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then I saw the big Red Bull arch, but we down by the hotel, but we took a right and started going up all those side parking lots where
packed.
everybody was camping and where the starting line and that was. But the side by sides, I still kick myself in the butt for not going down because I was too lazy. I should have just drove down. But there was so many people going down to it, and I'm just like, I'm just going to stay here. And I could hear those guys off just going up that hill. As soon as they started them engines up and took off, I'm like, wow.
Oh yeah, it was something.
So yeah, Rock Run I did the year prior on a 2-stroke. Got rid of that, got this 350. I was like, all right. Called him up because he lives close by. I said, you want to be my pit guy? I need somebody. So that was the biggest. That was the last race for A-Works at Seven Springs. That's when Vail just bought it.
Okay.
I raced Woodsman. I wasn't worried about points. I was going out to have fun.
Yeah.
That line was 150 people. Now Steve could pitch in on that on a comment and say, because I know he knows the number, it was the biggest line he's ever seen. We had 2 rows.
Oh, wow,
It
too.
was big. It was big.
That's a turnout there.
2 rows facing 20 feet on a turn.
Well, I never, when I go to the A-Works races, before I did the videos last season, I never stayed for a bike race.
Oh,
Because my busiest time of the year is during summer and fall on the weekends. Everybody wants photos on the weekends because they're all working. I could take one day off, but I could not because I had so many appointments. It's like, well, I'll just skip the bikes because I want to watch my nephew. And I can't get over how many more bikes there are at the A-Works on Sunday compared to the quads. Even when they were racing UTVs, there is still triple the amount of riders.
300 to 400.
Yeah, I was like, wow. And Steve told me they are the biggest, next to the GNCC, the biggest racing series on the East Coast. And I'm like, wow. After seeing all those bikes and that, I'm like, dang.
It was a lot. That was a story itself there for him at Seven Springs. That was fun.
So
that race was, nerves were going crazy. You know, it's my first big race back into the season, and took off. Good start. You know, I was probably running 4th place on the start. Felt great. You know, now a 350, the bottom end is like a 250 power. Get up to the top end, and on the handlebars, I have a power commander. I hit power 2 because the bike.
Oh, you can switch to power modes?
Yeah, it will give you full throttle response and everything.
Nice.
Got up to about mile marker 5 and end up tangling up with another kid and end up snapping my subframe. The whole back seat, the seat was just literally holding on by my legs the rest of the miles. We come into the pits. I'm coming in hot, frustrated. Like, this is my first race. I was doing good. I was running about 15th on the first lap.
That's with a broken subframe.
Yep. I pull in. He rips me off the bike. Bike's on a stand. I'm chugging water, you know, frustrated, walking back and forth. My dad's running up the road. He's throwing screws in. He cross-threading stuff, zip tying stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to get him back out there.
I tried.
Hey, that's a good pit crew there.
Dad walks up probably 2 minutes later. He's grabbing the bike off the stand, grabs me by the neck collar, get back on the bike and finish this thing.
Did you finish?
48th. I was putting about
Out of 150.
at least.
Wow.
He came in and he was frustrated. And I get it. And
Oh, of course.
he hands me the bike. He jumps off. He's mad, and I can see the seat in the subframe just hanging on by a thread. And I said, "Just go off. Give me the bike. Just give me the bike." I threw it on the stand. I threw the seat off. I took his plastics off. His electronic stuff. They have like ECU underneath there. It was all like I would say mangled, but all out of place.
It was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So I threw it all back together. We were just putting stuff together. Luckily, most of the bolts went back in. Like, I don't know, he must have hit hard. Cause I never seen a suffer him get twisted like that or get bent up like that. So it was new to me.
Well, I wasn't sure. Like, I know some of these newer bikes, they got like synthetic plastic subframe and that. And I didn't know if it was one of them.
Mine's all aluminum.
Yeah, so it was all aluminum. So we got lucky there. I was able to kind of took it off and I stepped on it pretty hard a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
I got it back right, and only one bolt was stripped out, but I put a different bolt in it, and it was zero worker. It's got 3 more to go through. I put them all on, zigged everything back on, and the ECU was half, like when it hit everything, was half unplugged. So bike was cutting out. I zip tied. I plugged it back in. I was worried about coming back off because some of the ears broke off.
Okay.
So I zip tied everything back on real quick, threw the seat on, threw the bolts in it. I grabbed it and I picked it off the stand just to see if it would hold me picking up on its own weight, and it did. I figured, well, if it's good enough here, we're not gonna know until you go out. I threw it off the stand. He was walking back over, and he said, "What's my bike like?" I said, "Grab your helmet, let's go." I fired it back up. I checked his fuel real quick. He was good on fuel. Just checked over the radiator a little bit because you never know. You go down and you get a broken hose. I looked over real quick and said, "Yeah, just go." He jumped on and he just took off. Like he looked like a 10-foot burnout when he left. This clutch is rolling.
Yeah, Seven Springs was a tough race. I mean, everybody pro to an amateur, you're eating an $80 tire, $100 tire. Because you're coming through them pits so hot, it's all asphalt.
Well, yeah, that was the one thing I did not like about Seven Springs was the starting line down to that road. It's too fast. It's too fast. We obviously know what happened that weekend.
Yep.
And
unfortunately.
Yeah, and that's sad to say, but he's still dealing with that lawsuit, and that's crazy. It's just it wasn't the rider's fault. I know that. God bless the person that got hit, but it's too fast to go that wide open, going through the pits and then go wide open to that. And it's just like, wow.
Like you're saying, coming up through the pits, you come up that road behind a snow tubing area. We were doing, now I know my bike because I raced a buggy on the road. My bike would do 80, 85 mile an hour, top speed. I guarantee you them pro guys were maxing out their speed limiters.
Oh, yeah.
They were cooking.
Oh, I bet. We're going to take a quick break. I want to say thank you to the sponsors that helped me all last season and this season. And let's get to know one of the sponsors. So we're taking a quick break to say thank you to my 5 sponsors. I am so grateful for them to help me out, to do this show, to get to the races. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of them. We have Cessna Motorsports. Merle is such an amazing guy. He is a fantastic mechanic. He races himself, and what a great guy for giving me the opportunity to do this and help promote his business. Next, we have Dan Russick from DBY Motorsports. Dan is another fantastic mechanic. He is a multi-champion at the A-Works Racing Series. So why wouldn't you want Dan to be working on your dirt bike or quad or side-by-side? He knows how to get to the finish line. Next, we have Craig Hewitt from K2 Investments. Craig is such an awesome guy. He races, he knows how to get to the finish line, and if you need any help with your investments, contact Craig and he'll help you out. Next, we have Chad Anderson from Anderson Racing. Chad has the biggest heart, and he helps so many people, from little peewee riders to adults. Chad goes to the races, helps them in any which way. And Chad, you're awesome. Thank you for all that you do. And next we have Jen and Frank Samick from Outdoor Recreation LLC. Jen and Frank have their own business. Frank used to race. They have their business in outdoors. They have e-bikes. They have everything you need from oil to air filters for your ATVs, dirt bikes, and side-by-sides. You can get your motorcycles inspected there. So if you're in the area, check out Outdoor Recreation. So thank you again to all 5 of you. I'm so grateful to have you on my team. So if you'd like to sponsor me, feel free to contact me. I definitely need the help, and I'm always looking forward to promoting more businesses that love this sport and love helping riders get to that starting line. So back to the show.
All right. Thanks again to the sponsors that have been helping me with this series. Let's get back to Andrew and Sean. So, the YXZ Mafia. You guys got a pretty big team here, and I'm just curious how you guys got into being part of the team.
So it was, I guess, to say how we became what we were, I guess, was how I kind of got into it, because I came about the time it became something. When I had my YXZ for probably a year and a half, maybe 2, and Westmoreland Fairgrounds, which is a fairgrounds down towards me in Westmoreland County, and they had a race. They put a small race on. It was kind of like an obstacle course type deal. We went out there, and I always want to have fun.
Of course.
From racing moto and everything, and I was out of moto. So I was like, I want to kind of go do some of that. And I knew about the GNCC stuff before all that, but went down there, and I met a couple of the guys. I met my buddy Scott Bradford and Max Kenter, and that's where I met Dan Sism. Everyone knows him as Dorito Dan. I got so many stories about him. I love him to death.
Oh, I can only imagine. I was always wondering, who is this guy with the utility quad with Doritos across the whole thing? From a distance, I thought it was flames. Until I got closer, I'm like,
I think he's like our. I think
what's
he's like
going on here?
I think he's like our most famous franchise rider.
Oh, yeah. Super nice guy. I had a blast down at Powerline Park getting to know him and his brother. Are they twins?
I don't think they're twins, but
they look alike.
They're alike. They're close. Super nice guys. But we went to that race. I met Dan, Max, and Scott, and we all had YXZs. Well, Dan was still racing woods with his YXZ. So we're like, I looked at Dan's buggy like in awe. Like, I didn't know what this is. And it was funny because we met the guys who now have Race Relentless, who's doing stuff with YXZs too. They were there. So it was really cool to see that. So we raced there. I didn't do too good in a couple of races. I went back to the last main. I started dead last. I beat a lot of people, went the whole way up through the brackets. I made to the finals and about rolled my car. I did. I saved it. So surprisingly, I did. I saved it, but by the time I saved it, I knew the other guy had me. So, but I still tried and threw everything I had at it. Just wasn't. I rode him back in, but wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So that's where it kind of started. We knew each other, and we started talking on Facebook a little bit. Well, I didn't know Dan's good buddy Matt Yorkison, which Matt I love Matt. Super nice guy. Him and his brothers, Gary and Paul, they're awesome guys. They GNCC'd race their YXZs when it was doing GNCC. And Matt kind of like pioneered the way for all of us about, hey, this works, that doesn't work. And he'd done it for so long. And he has so many sponsors that now help us out as a team with sponsors as well.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fantastic. And so we met. Actually, funny back to the Seven Springs thing, next racer after that was Seven Springs, where he raced and everything, and then we came in. And so I went up there, and when he did his race, that's where I met Matt and all those guys. And we kind of got linked up. I told him I was thinking about getting into it, and we exchanged a bunch of info. And so later on, he ended up getting my shocks because he had a suspension guy that did his shocks and everything. It was actually B&R Motorsports.
Okay.
Who did all of his stuff. And we got linked up. I didn't talk to him for like a week, and I just gave him my shocks. So I was like, I don't even know this guy. Is he going to steal my shocks? Like,
B&R Motorsports.
Yeah, well, Matt. Well, Matt was. I didn't know Matt that well.
Oh, okay.
And I just gave this guy my shocks. I'm like, is he going to take my stuff or like what's going to happen? But it worked out great, and that's pretty much where it all started for me. Was that day, and then I went to a couple of races where I met Jimmy Moore, who owns JEM Fabrication.
Okay.
And he helped me a lot with my car. and taught me everything I knew about driving to this day. And we all kind of got together, which was Matt's friend, and they were friends years prior before I even came in the picture. And so it all kind of just started right there. Like, so then you had it's like 5 or 6 of us there that already had YXZs and started racing together. Well, then fast forward a couple years later, we got some more people in, like Mark Gilmore came along. Chris Bender already had his thing going on with Barnyard Performance, and he kind of just friends talking. We all, YXZ guys, you stick together. Yamaha boys, we always kind of talk, give info, set up and stuff.
Oh, of course.
So we all kind of just came together, and it wasn't really a team thing. We were just out having fun and just going out and racing, having a good old time. And then Matt came up with the idea of, I think we should have like a team thing because we're always here. People ask us who we are. And so it became YXZ Mafia. And
I love it.
I give full credit to him. He came up with it. He called me because I work for a graphic shop. So we had the design done, and the name stuck. It took off, and it was basically like wildfire in a way. I didn't think we were like that big. I mean, we went to a good bit of races and we did well. There were some races we didn't do well, but that's racing.
Yeah.
And now some places we go to races, people already know who we are, and I don't know who they are. And I'm like, man, like wow. But that's how it kind of came all to foot. Was basically Matt basically paved the way for it to happen, and all of us just kind of came together, and it just kind of formed into this. Hey, we're a team. And that's just pretty much how it all came together for the best way I can explain it.
So how many members are there of you guys?
Oh, my. I think there's 10 or 12 of us now. Like, actual, guys, we all race together, talk spec, and race together. I believe it's 10 or 12 of us.
Okay, that's not including people that work in the pits for you guys, or
no, that's the actual drivers.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
We have some other people that help us here and there that they help us out in pitting and everything, but they're not actually in our group chat over our page. They don't have control over our page. We post stuff, but still good props to our pit crews because without them, I couldn't be driving.
No doubt. Sean, I want to know, what's it like co-piloting? And I don't know how he drives or anything, but what is it like sitting in there, helping him navigate? I don't know if you guys rolled it or it's crazy. It's crazy that you're putting your faith into him. Obviously, his riding and all that, but it takes a lot to get in that passenger seat because I wanted to do it, and I just I forget who it was, and I chickened out. I was just like, nah, I'll just watch.
Pretty much on how me and his friendship started was a couple of friends of mine were going to go out for a buggy ride, and they're like, oh, we're busy today. I'm like, okay, we're going on a buggy ride, but our buddy might have an open seat. Don't even know this kid. I know how bad buggies could be. I'm like, okay, we're going to Rock Run. All right, that's fine. I meet him, shake hands. This is a seat. This is how you strap in. I look at him. I'm like, strap in? Where's the seatbelt? We don't got seatbelts in race cars.
You don't got seatbelts in race cars.
So we got a full harness.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a second. You don't even have the harnesses?
So I'm like, okay. So we start.
Before it became a full race car.
Yeah.
Partial.
So we started riding together, and after that day, me and him switched up numbers, and he's like, you ever want to go riding? Let's go. And that first day, he didn't hold back on me. He showed me what that
have fun.
He showed me what that YXZ could do, and it was a blast. And I got hooked. So back at home, we kept riding around this and this, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to start racing. I want you and my buddy to be a co-pilot. If you can't fill in, then he will." I'm like, all right. So we'll fast forward to switchback. Hey, race coming up. You're going to be my co-pilot. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. I helped you build the buggy, put the motor in, everything. Let's do this. Being on that line, it was like, okay, it's like dirt bike racing, but this is faster. We pulled out in second gear, and you're already at 30, 40 mile an hour. It's like, oh. and you have no control. All you have is a grab bar and your hand to give directions.
And those buggies throw one hell of a mean roost. They throw rocks and boulders.
Yes.
I'm just like, I watched some GoPro video of the camera in between the driver and the co-pilot, and it's just like, how are they seeing it? It just looks like people are shoveling grass and rocks and dirt into your thing. And it's like, I bet you guys got a pile on the floor at the end of the race.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I climb out on every race this year, minus the dusty ones. I guarantee you, I had probably 7 to 8 inches of just dirt on my lap.
Oh.
Just my lap, not including the floorboard.
This was a dusty season this last season.
For
and
sure.
It was.
I wanted mud, rain, even though I hated the first round. It was so muddy, but the dust, I remember Powerline Park, I flew my drone 300 feet up in the air, and I was still in the dust cloud. And I'm like, nope, done. Yeah. I'm not. It's hard on my equipment, and I got fans cooling them off and sucking all that dirt in. And now I got like little filters that go over it, just like how you would prep a quad or a dirt bike with foam and all that. You know.
No, this year we had 2 dust races for us. We ran the Switchback series this year. The first race was a mutter. It was bad. And we had 2 dust races, and I've never cleaned my filters so much in my buggy that much. I'm like, man, but
during a race?
Afterwards. We do maintenance afterwards. And it was, they were bad. I mean, it was like, I've never seen them like, I've seen bad filters from doing maintenance on stuff before, but after just one race, I was like, wow. I was shocked.
No doubt. So I know multiple series have been cutting out the side-by-sides. And what are you guys doing and where are you guys heading to if somebody wants to go race their side-by-side? Where you guys been racing at?
So for us, we've been. I'm gonna speak for majority of my team.
Okay.
A lot of us been going out to Switchback MX. They started a GP series, and which I think's awesome. Hats off to them. They're doing a fantastic job.
GP, that's part woods, part motocross?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's threw us through a little bit of a loop because our setups has to be a little different on some stuff, but it's still fun. But yeah, so Switchback MX, which rumor has it they're supposed to expand, I guess, on some property. I heard they bought property or.
Oh, that's cool.
That's rumor has it. Knock on wood. But I hope they do something like that. That'd be great, regardless if they buy it or not. Love the series. Mad respect to those guys. And then you have the other series, which is Norse.
Norse. I never heard of that.
Yeah, they're kind of new. Well, to me, they're kind of new. I think they've been around a little bit. They do a lot of the 12-hour races, 6-hour race, 24-hour race. And Matt and them have went. Matt, when I say them, I mean like some of the team guys.
Yeah.
Like Matt, Chris, Mark Gilmore. Those guys have been doing a lot of that stuff out there. And that race is just rough. I mean, I shouldn't say rough, but I mean like for 12 hours.
Oh, it's going to tear that course right
rough.
up.
Even 2 hours in a car, you're stiff.
Yeah. So
you're getting out. It's like an old person.
It's like shaking a soda can the whole time when you finally get out.
Oh,
you're gonna relieve some pressure, and then you're gonna realize, man, I'm sore.
I tell people all the time, like, man, you guys bumping and banging each other pretty good in there. I said, yeah. He goes, you guys don't have to worry about fighting. I said, buddy, we climb out of them cars. Last thing on your mind is you're thinking about fighting somebody. I'm over here like, man, give me water, give me a beer or something. I need to relax.
Now.
It sounds crazy until you're in it.
I know some of those 12-hour races. Some of those riders go out there for 4 hours, and it's just like, what do you got to do? I got to go to the bathroom. I can't hold it no longer. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like stop when you come to the pit, go or whatever. Or.
Diapers.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, some of the guys I've talked to.
Are you serious?
Some of the guys I've talked to that do 24-hour dirt bike racings, they try to eat minimum food and just hydrate. And why stop? That could be a couple positions. So you just gotta man up and keep going.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. Is it the Kenda Havoc 9-hour race? Have you heard of that?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I've never been to, but I heard of it.
There is a young man. He races the GNCC's. Phenomenal young man, Jeremiah Wolf. He has won the Ironman division and raced all 9 hours.
Wow.
He's raced it. He's won it. I think the last 2 years. I think he might came close to winning it before. But can you imagine? There's nobody jumping in. It's 9 hours of
prep.
yeah, and it's just like I heard he was completely physically exhausted at the end, but.
He definitely took off work next day.
Yeah, that's for sure. No, he's still in school, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think he might be
Wow.
a senior this year.
Good for him. Hats off
Yeah,
to
well,
him.
But I know that I'm pretty sure they have a side-by-side class there also. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that, but I can't imagine like everything it takes to prepare for that. Spare tires, clutches, bringing a welder if you break something, ball joints and all that. Side-by-side racing is not a cheap sport. My camera gear is not cheap, but it's nothing compared to the side-by-side racing. And you said it was you that lost your wheel at the switchback.
Last race.
Was it the Gobbler?
No, I actually couldn't make the Gobbler. My car, after the last race of the points chase for the GP series, it needed a lot of work, and I wasn't going to make it in time for the Gobbler race. So, unfortunately, I had to sit that race out because it sucks. 'Cause I love going to that venue, and it was unfortunate for me. But to touch real quick back on the series, after switchback and all that stuff, and you can go to fair races are starting to pick stuff up.
I seen that.
Yeah, fairs are picking up with obstacle course races. Got to keep an eye out. Big thing coming up now is short course is really big. You got Roland W Ranch, you got Joe Speedway, and they're doing a lot of stuff out there. Now there's this new thing called Rallycross, where it's basically like a time thing in time sections, which a single car out there by yourself and it's all timed, and you do like so many laps or heats or something like that. Our buddy Mark Gilmore just did one up in is it Reading, PA? I think.
I believe. I think it is Reading.
Yeah, Reading. He did one Reading, and he turned the fastest lap time and won the event in his turboed YXZ. And it was it was a big post we put on our Facebook because we were pretty proud of that.
Oh, of course.
So it was good, but you got those series, and IXCR is racing too, which they're out in Indiana, state of Indiana.
Oh, that's a trip.
And it is a trip. I haven't went there personally, and I really want to. The series looks awesome. And they look kind of like GNCC, like how their setup is.
Yeah.
And a lot of good drivers out there. I feel like there's good drivers out there. And I really want to go out there. I love competition, so I want to go where some of the best guys are at. Unfortunately, sometimes we do good, sometimes we don't.
Oh, yeah.
It all depends on your co-pilot and a driver.
Well, Indiana, you got people coming from the west, the east, coming out to there. I know. We went to the Ironman GNCC 2 years ago, and I think it was a 9-hour drive.
Yeah.
And the wife jumped in the car, and we left at night, and I didn't realize I was like 5 minutes away from the exit to get off. I had to pull over to the rest area and take an hour nap.
Oh, yeah.
She just woke up, and I said, I'm going to sleep. We're sitting here. We're not moving. I'm not ready to go into the race and that. But, yeah, I was just wondering where people are going to because of the series. I remember when I was racing GNCCs back in 2008. They had the side-by-side racing, and it was booming back then.
Yeah.
There was so many people. The pros that were racing quads jumped into a side-by-side later on that day and just went out and tore it up. And that was all before the turbos.
Yeah, that's all. I was all naturally aspirated cars.
Oh, yeah.
That was really, really competitive. Turbos have changed the game up, but some tracks are nice. Some tracks I feel like it don't matter. You get in the tight technical
of
sections
course.
that don't matter. But it's
Rider.
all give and take. I think it's driver's preference. That's just me.
Well, I know that when those Razor XPs came out, XP Pros, or
Yeah.
the Pro R,
Yeah,
they
Pro
weren't
Rs,
even
yeah.
able. They didn't even have a class for them.
no, because that's a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big no turbo, and I'm just like, the people are buying $40,000, and it's just like now you can't even race it. And it's like because nobody has a class for it.
Yeah.
They probably have them now, but back then, and that it's just like, what do you do?
When the first new just like big Pro R came out, I saw one in person on a showroom floor. I have a sponsorship through a dealership. I get like so much percentage off and all that stuff, and they helped me out a lot. And we went down to a race, to the Red Bull Snow Race, and that was a race I'll never forget. And we raced against the new Pro Rs with the Greaves. That was an experience.
The Greaves. Why does that name sound familiar?
We were with Johnny Greaves and CJ Greaves. They raced the AMSOIL Champ Off-Road Series.
Oh, that
Yeah.
I knew I heard
Yeah,
that
we got-
name
yeah.
before. Yeah,
Them guys are awesome. They are fast. I mean, I fast.
those guys are big time. I know a young man was racing out an Oklahoma series,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's like it's more of a road course, like trophy tracks, and I'm like, it's a big series out there, and I'm like, but good Lord, that's 3/4 way across the country. There.
Oh yeah. I talked to a couple guys that run that series, the AMSOIL Champ Off-Road, and I was talking to them because we were talking. A couple guys I talked to online, like here and there. They talked about the drive and everything, and I'm just in awe because their cars are like, they're not like cheap whatsoever. There ain't nothing on them things that are factory. Nothing's factory.
No.
Nothing.
Just the welds.
Well, yeah, I see a lot of those. I was watching the King of the Hammers series.
Oh.
Those guys, it's nothing stock on that.
No.
Maybe the plastic fenders or whatever, but it's like frame up, and it's like, I don't even know what they do to those motors, but good Lord.
Oh yeah.
I bet you that's like a $400,000 buggy, and it's just like,
It's wild.
Yeah,
I
those
know.
Yeah,
are
it's a lot of
dreams
build
that-
time.
Oh, it's wild. I seen a couple of them build them and they sell them for like 120,000. That's just the side by sides.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like the Miller brothers and the Greaves. They'll like do like 2 or 3 races, or even like Kyle Chaney. I'll watch those guys race, and then they have them for sale like afterwards because they're building new cars for whatever series they're going to. And
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's like if I had the money to buy one of those cars.
I'm trying to think. I want to say is it a NASCAR driver? He builds the speed UTVs.
That'd be Robbie Gordon.
Robbie
Yeah, Robbie
Gordon,
Gordon.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
his
building 'em.
son races and that. And I was just looking at it, and I was on their website. I'm like, oh, it's just
Oh yeah.
don't have the money for that.
Yeah, they started building the speed buggies, and then he raced NASCAR briefly, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe he raced NASCAR briefly. Then he switched to the Baja trucks.
Okay.
They're doing something new with like they're racing these trucks at speedways, like road courses on pavement.
Oh wow.
And they're hitting jumps like the Baja trucks do. They're going like 30, 40 feet in the air, and I watch video clips of them, and I'm like, these guys are nuts.
So, where has the farthest you've traveled? You said something about heading over to New Jersey, the Red Bull race over there.
Yeah, so I'd say it's a toss-up between when we went to Michigan. Michigan was probably closer for us. That was the best race we had. That was with Red Bull Series.
Okay.
And then we went to the New Jersey Series that Steve Stiller puts on, that he helps Red Bull with. And that's like, Steve, like, I'm not sure how it worked, the full details, but he had like points going on for us at the time. But he
Yeah, I
partnered
remember
with,
seeing that.
Yeah, he partnered with Red Bull and everything, and huge props to Steve Stiller. I mean, I have so much respect for the guy. It's a bummer we're not at his series anymore,
Oh,
but he's still mad respect to the guy.
I am so impressed. Just the kindness of him and his wife, his whole staff. I got to see firsthand how a series runs behind the scenes, and all the work and all those staff guys that he has, they all have their own jobs, and they go and they don't need to be told what to do. One guy's putting up course markers, one's doing the ribbons, one's stapling the arrows. Hey, you guys need a hand? No, we got it. I mean,
Yeah.
trying to just, hey, I'm here a day early, setting up and all that. What can I do? And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we got it. But to see how it's like an oiled machine, if somebody breaks down or somebody got hurt, they're hearing the radio chat of, okay, rider so-and-so down to registration. Those ladies, some of them might even go get a family member if they broke down or got hurt. They're making sure, hey, did you get back to the pits yet? And that, and it's just like, oh wow, like they're making sure they're back, or they're going around the course making sure people get pulled out, the equipment that's needed, it, and just even like landowners letting us go out and race. It's just like it's very few and far between, and a lot of them, they go out and ride themselves. They are riders at heart, and it's pretty cool that I got to see. And just Steve, he's a blast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he don't sugarcoat nothing,
No.
but he will help anybody, and it's pretty cool that I got to see all that, and I'm looking forward this season, and I'm prepared with my new gear, drones,
Heck yeah.
more batteries, faster chargers, this right here. But this year I got Starlink, and I want to set up the Starlink right at the starting line and plug my camera. It's got a jack for internet cable, and I can plug right into it and then connect it to my tablet and live stream. Just to starts, because
Well, you gotta
there's a lot of
start
people that
somewhere.
don't just I'm not no racer TV or anything. I'm a one man band with my wife helping me flying the drone, and God bless her, she's doing great. But it's hard. You got an hour of racing,
Yeah.
for youth quads. Okay, starts. Got to tear down the router or whatever. Disconnect camera. Go to the next spot. Record. Go to the next spot, maybe fly the drone. Okay, pull the drone down. Go to the next spot, record again, and okay, you got an hour. You
It's a
don't got-
lot.
Well, even Pee-wee's, you got a half hour. There's no flying, no drone.
Yeah.
There's none of that. It's just go here, here, and here, and you're done. And it's just like, but I've been loving it, and that was our goal, to try to live stream. But I think with me having Starlink, because I was using Steve's Starlink, but going down to the starting line, Starlink's like 400 yards away
Yeah.
in some spots. It's just like,
It's a lot.
it's not easy or able to do it. But I think this year I'm going to try to get some races out there.
Go with the
Yeah.
Starlink X now, the portable one.
Well, I saw that they have that, and I just got an email saying I qualify for a free Starlink X roam, and it would be $5 a month for not using it and $50 a month for 100 gigs. And I'm like, hey, that's enough to go to the races. I'm only going to use it maybe twice a month, if that. So I think I might do that instead, because I'm going to take the one off my house, leave the wife one day without no internet, because we don't have internet up here. No, barely cell service. We're a little bit ways up here, and it's not too good. iPhones are good up here. Android phones are not. I got an Android phone. The wife got an iPhone. So if somebody wanted to get into side-by-side racing, what would they need? They need a crazy buddy to jump in with them. What would they? You don't have to buy a brand new side by side.
No.
There's plenty of good buggies out there that you can fix up. What do you need? New, bigger tires, bead locks, switching radiators. Let me know what do you think it would cost for somebody if they already had a side by side? What would it take for them to get out there racing?
So for me, personally, I think it would depend like what they want to do. It's like, do you want to do like woods racing, or do you want to do short course style? Like short course style is basically like dirt track with jumps.
Okay.
And then it's a little more faster paced. The setup's a lot different. I think the cheapest way would be the woods racing. So if you already have a buggy, let's just say you got a Polaris 1000 XP, you want to get a race. I think it'd be, first off, is if you have a windshield, you need to take that off. That thing's gonna be you're gonna make it one lap. But I would lose the windshield and a good set of harnesses or a seat belt. You can go for 4 point, 5 points if you're really going to be doing some wild stuff. I personally run a 5 point just because I put us in some pretty hairy situations. I'll put it that way. But a 4 point would be fine, and just a 4 point harness, and that's honestly all I'd really. Just starting out, go see if you like it.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Just put a good harness in so you hold you in and just go try it. I will say if you have a little bit of money to spend and you want to try to make it a little better, definitely invest in a set of bead locks. I will say that because you're going to need them. If you slice a sidewall, definitely going to need bead locks.
Now, do the side-by-side riders run like tire blocks or tire balls or anything in them? I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are truck tires on those buggies.
Some of them are.
Yeah, we run them. I personally run tire blocks.
Okay.
I have them in my car this year. Going to be switching the tire balls. Probably not. I shouldn't say this year because I'm taking some time off to do some other stuff, and I got another car coming that I'm going to be building. So to get ready for next year. Because I'm jumping up the pro. And I guess the cat's out of the bag now. I just said it.
Oh,
so we're
you
jumping
heard
pro.
it here. He's going pro. All right. That's awesome. I got to get that out here.
But we're probably going to switch to tire balls. Going that route. But you can run blocks or balls. I like both, personally. It depends what you're doing.
Or the Barbie balls like the ATV guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet with the side-by-sides. But
Listen, my brother over there, he used to race the GNCCs and that. I don't know if it was the Winnoa Racing Series up in New York, but he goes, "Hey, come here, check this out." I'm like, "What's that?" He got these two huge boxes about this tall, and he goes, "Check this out." And I open it up, and I forget what it was. Princess something on the balls, I think. I'm like, there's thousands of them in here. I got a great deal off from Walmart. I go, funny. What are you going to do with all these balls? And he goes, I'm going to put them in my tires. What do you think I'm going to do? I go, I don't know. You're a weirdo. That's what all these riders were doing, and this is when tire balls came out. A lot's changed, but there's still people. I ran the foam noodles from Walmart, and they never stayed in place.
No. Even the tire blocks don't. I mean, they're jam-packed and they're so tight, and you think, man, they're not going nowhere. I pulled mine apart this year, and they move.
Well, don't they break down too? Well, I don't know about tire blocks, but I thought somebody was saying, is there tire blocks and is there other blocks?
I know the foam tubes that I run, the bibs and the dirt bike tires, every couple of races you need to lube them up.
Yes, that's what.
And then they do break down over the heat of the tire and all that, depending on how much you ride too.
Okay.
So for us in the side-by-sides with the blocks, depending on how long your season is, I did 6 races, or is it maybe 7, because I did do a practice session that time. So 7 runs on tire blocks, and mine were fine. I took them apart. They look fine. They probably could use a little bit of lubrication just to kind of lube them up. and just keep them in there. And they probably good for a whole nother season. But I think it depends on your driving, like how hard are you going or how long you're racing for. Like I'm only doing 1 hour races. Guys are doing like 24 hours. Yeah, I might take them apart and just check them out because that's a lot of heat. I mean, some guys may disagree with me.
Oh, that's a lot of heat on those tires.
Also, too, is like with Switchback Series, it's hard compact dirt. We don't have the rock section like Rock Run or Seven Springs anymore. So that tire blocks, they're going to stay in somewhat where they're going to be sitting, not bouncing around. You're not, throwing a rock into your tire every 5 seconds. Yeah. So depending on the terrain too, is like how bad you're beating your tires up.
Yeah, 'cause I remember Rock Run was hard. Rock Run series, even when we raced A-Works, Rock Run was hard on tires, sidewalls mainly.
Well, I just went to Rock Run for the first time at the end of the season, and the big windmills threw me off. I'm like, oh, this is a nice camping area, and what is that over in the distance? I'm just like, holy crap, those are big windmills and that. And then they're riding right around, but it was dusty that day, and it definitely, Rock Run got its name from all the rocks and that. But I didn't see as many flat tires as I thought I was gonna.
The dry races, in my opinion, is a little better because you can kind of stick a little bit more better on the terrain. When it rained before, like it did in the past, it was like really slippery, is when you got into trouble because the car would slide. Like you slide in this corner or slide over here. Like you get a bunch of, like, you'd slide into stuff.
Okay.
I feel like the drier stuff, I mean, I could be wrong. People may disagree with me. But I feel like when it's a little bit drier out in some sections, it's actually easier to drive when it's drier out. That's my opinion.
No doubt. So we're going to take a quick break, say thanks to all the sponsors that have been helping me out with getting to me where I am now. They've been a lot of help. So check these guys out. So are you enjoying the show? I hope you are. I put a lot of time into creating this and finding individuals that want to share their story. And if any of their stories can relate to just one person and decide to go out and try racing, it's been a great success. So stay tuned for more of the show. Let's get back to it. We're going to now, before we wrap this up, we're going to find out how you did this season. Tell me a little bit about it, some ups and downs, and where you've been racing at.
Well, that's a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah?
It was a roller coaster year. So we were dedicated this year for my rookie season for me for driving. I wanted to stay dedicated to a points series. Obviously, with A-Works not having us, obviously took that off the table for me. So with Switchback coming in with their GP series, we was fully dedicated, my crew, like my pit crew who helps me, we were fully dedicated to going to the Switchback race, running a point series just to see what happens. Brand new car put together. It's older car, yeah, but fully torn apart, down in the bare frame, put back together, built for racing. You got to work bugs out.
Oh, of course.
So it was good. It was up and down. Second place in the championship, which was a big hole we had to dig ourselves out of.
For your rookie season?
Yes, sir.
Second place.
Second place.
That's awesome.
It was good. I'd be lying if I tell you I was disappointed at first because I thought we had the pace to run up front, and we did, but we had some issues, and I think that's what held us back from winning the title. But hats off to my competitors; they were tough. Our first race was a mutter, and it was good. We had a good start. I think there was 10 or 11 of us on the line, and we came out in third. We made a pass, got the second, and started catching the leader a little bit. He was really going. He had a good start and took off. And had a little mishap. They were directing traffic around a section where a rider was hung up, and I blew a belt. And we went to try to cut in a little bit to avoid the wreck. No one hit nobody. And slid off into the side of a sinkhole. So, yeah, that was great. So now I'm mad. I'm irritated. I got a slice on my rear tire. I didn't have tire blocks or balls at the time. I was trying to, wing it, and that didn't work. So I had a flat rear tire. I caught my way up to second, got in the sinkhole. Luckily, the track crew guys were right there, and they came over, got me out, but you still sit there for 10 minutes. There
Oh,
goes.
yeah.
There goes your everything. Well, I later found out that when they pulled me out, I looked over. Well, right down the road was the leader. He had a blown belt. So I'm like, wow, man. Like,
I thought you
wow.
said your belt blew.
Oh, no, I had a slice rear tire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a slice rear tire. But they pulled me out of the sinkhole, and I thought the race was over because it was getting near the end. And I looked over at the track guy, and I said, how's we finish up? And he's, oh, you're still green flag right now. I yelled at my buddy, which I wasn't Sean at the time, it was my other buddy. I yelled, get back in the car, get back in the car. And so we flew back in it, and we finished the race 4th that day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was good. It was heavy. It was so much. It was so heavy mud that it bent my back fenders down, almost to like a 90. 2 days pressure washing.
I know what a quad or a dirt bike can pick up. I can only imagine. I bet you probably had over 1,000 pounds of mud on some those muddy races
yeah.
for as big as a buggy you do.
Oh, it was. I'll have to send you some pictures if you want to put up on here. You can. My buggy was black and red before the race. It got done just brown.
Oh,
Everywhere's brown.
I mean, when we get it back home after a mud race or every race you're spending probably 2 hours taking the car apart. There's no water yet. You're unbolting the roof. You're taking your seat outs. You're taking your plastics off, and once you have that frame exposed, then the pressure washer comes out.
Oh, I didn't know you had to do all that. I thought I'm just an old school guy. Just spray under the fenders and get what I can get. But yeah, you probably don't want all that buildup on there.
Nah, some guys, I get told I get a little too extreme. But for me, it's like, well, if you want to win a championship, I feel like if you ain't going that mile, somebody else is.
Oh,
and
of course.
How do you know if like something ain't broke or cracked or, the whole time I'm washing it off, I'm looking for stuff like, did I break this? Did I do that? Like, you got to check that. But yeah, the first race we got 4th, and we weren't too bad in the points. Got linked up with some buddies, bought some blocks, went to the second race, and felt really good about it. It was a real bad heat. Sean was with me on the second race, and we had a good start, came out second. Well, third actually made a pass in the first turn for second, and I got behind our buddy Drew Dan, and I
saw the video.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
I felt that was a bonehead move on me, and I still apologize to him to this day. But we got a little tangled up. We ended up making a pass team after we got a little tangled up, which I felt bad. Almost rolled the car next corner, saved it somehow. Don't know how we did that, but saved it and got back on track and really started to pull out a good lead. And then I had some steering issues. My hub I had for my quick release kind of got jammed up. And it was my fault how I had it installed. I didn't space it out correctly, and it basically wore a bore into my steering housing, and my steering was getting jammed up. I had no turn left and no turn, like half turn right. So it was bad. And
only a little short turns.
Yeah, it was getting bad, and it sucked though because we had such. I think we had 15-second lead.
At least
like 15-second lead, and we caught some of the pro guys in the tail end of the field, and so that sucked. I pulled off because I couldn't steer a car. I didn't want to cause an accident, hurt somebody in the process.
Oh, of course.
So we pulled off, and we finished. What did we finish today? Was it 7th or 6th?
6, 7.
6 or 7. A couple of guys broke. I think a couple of guys actually overheated, and then a couple of guys blew out some tires. So we got lucky there and got a little bit of a break. But we came back home. And I sat down and looked at the car. I was beside myself. I was like, man. I started building this thing, and I'm like, people were doubting me. Told me I was nuts, I was crazy, you ain't gonna do it, you ain't gonna make it. And I'm sitting there like, man, are they right? Like I'm sitting here, we just got, lack of a better word, we just got our what's handed to us. We look bad. And
it happens.
So we kind of came back, and my girlfriend and my crew members were talking to me, and she said, you can do this. You just got to find out what happened. I know you can do it. Had a practice session, find out what was wrong, fix the problem, and went back next race, took second.
Awesome.
Took second place. And it was a big confidence booster for me. We was second, third or second off the line, had a good start, got into the lead, battled with my good buddy, and he got the last-minute pass on me, which was it was a good pass. It was I thought it was a tad much here and there, but at the same time, it was racing. It's racing, so I was all right.
Bumping and
A
grinding.
little rubbing, yeah.
It was rubbing for sure, but I gave him props because he saw the line. I didn't see it. He took it, and it worked for him. So I was like, hey, can't really be mad about that. It's racing. I get it. It's for a championship. So he won that day. I got second, which that's where I think the confidence started to build a little bit, is to say, hey, we can do this. We had the car. Everything worked fine. Nothing broke. It was great. So we Larry come back, got the car all prepped up. I come back. He, I think, was sick, actually. He couldn't make it to the race.
Oh.
He got sick that morning. And so I was by myself. And I just was like, I wasn't feeling the greatest either. But I'm like, man, I just want to get in here and just try to do it. And I had a phenomenal start. I had the whole shot. Never whole shotted yet.
No.
So it was great. We come around. I had like, my girlfriend on the board had like a 15-second lead off first lap.
Your girlfriend's out there doing all the timing for you.
Yeah, she was out there like
That's an awesome girlfriend.
She was like 15 plus, first place, and I'm like on the moon. So I'm hitting some of the motocross jumps, and I'm feeling pretty good. The car feels good. Well, that's how do I say it? That's where confidence kind of got the better of me. We came around, next lap, I hit one of the jumps, and I did a barrel roll right over it. End over end, car rolled.
Oh, wow.
And I landed back on all four wheels. My goggles blew off. I lost my roll-offs. And my helmet was all mangled. I shouldn't say mangled, all twisted up. And I hurry adjust. I looked over at my gauges. I'm looking at the temp gauge. Think, man, I just cracked the radiator. What happened? And car's fine, still running. So I just downshifted and wide open again. And I come back around next lap, and fans were going crazy nuts over it. And it was funny, but
that's a good feeling, though, when you hear them cheering for you.
It was, and I lost my goggles, and vision became a problem. I had so much dirt in my eyes, I had a hard time seeing. I lost my 15-second lead. My same buddy who beat me last weekend beat me again.
Oh, yeah.
I let him by me. I knew he was there. I could barely see him. I let him by, and I just tried to finish the race. I didn't know what place I was even in, and we finished. I couldn't see. They're dumping water, and eye drops in my eyes. I couldn't see nothing.
Now, wait a second. Do you guys got like a rear view mirror or side mirrors on this?
We'd run a rear view mirror.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah. Obviously, you can see if somebody's right behind you, and
You'll hear them.
Yeah.
Or like, out of this season, did you have any pros lap you?
No, actually, never got lapped by a pro. So I was happy
a good
about that.
goal. I've been lapped before by the pros, and
The screaming
it's
at
just
you.
not a good feeling. And you think you're so fast, and it's just like, move out of the way, slow man.
So we got that second place, which I was so bummed because I felt like we had a good shot at it. And luckily, I had some. My stepdad races flat track, and he reached out to some of his sponsors who picked me up with 100% in motorsport, and gave me some brand new goggles, brand new stuff, all brand new setup, brand new everything.
Oh, 100%.
100%, yeah.
Nice.
So hats off to those guys in motorsport. They helped me out. My Outlaw Transporters, that's who gave me the main hookup, which is my stepdad's company. So huge thanks to them. Wasn't for them, I wouldn't have had that. But we came back next race, and we were kind of slowly digging away out of a hole, but we were still back a little bit. I was fourth in points out of I think it was 16 of us that ran the point series. 3 guys couldn't make it. It was like spotty. But for the main thing, it was like mainly 10 of us that were locked into this championship.
Okay.
So we came in fourth in points. Double points hitter came up next. And I spent so much time on the car checking everything. And hats off my girlfriend. I love her dearly. I didn't see her for like a week and a half. She never even saw me. It was pretty bad. But
were you out in the garage, or you have your buggy somewhere else?
I was in the garage.
Okay.
I tell you, we build all of our stuff in-house. I do have a friend of mine. This is Jimmy Moore, JM Fabrication. He did a lot of stuff for me that he kind of built just because I didn't have the machines or whatever. And he has great ideas on building stuff, excellent fabricator. And this is before I had the car all back together. But we finished and fixed and did everything in my garage. So we took a lot of pride in that.
No doubt.
So we came out for a double points hitter, and my other buddy was with me. He couldn't make it that day. And I just, like, it was weird. I didn't really care about how it was going to go. I wasn't, like, sweating on, we're going to get a start. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Let's just go have some fun. And that was the best race I ever did all year. We started out third in the gate, or coming out of the gate, I should say. Got in the second, and I tracked the leader down, and it was a dusty race too. I tracked him down, and I caught him. Took me 2 laps to catch him. And I still give my buddy props, and I say, hey, man, I'm so sorry, because we made a pass on the leader, and there wasn't a whole lot of room to make a pass. And I put her nose in there. It was like a little, like, section that was straight, then it dropped off. Guys were hitting the brakes, checking up. We went wide open off the rev limiter. I'm pretty sure my buddy said I blew his back out because of that, but we hit the deck pretty hard, and we made the pass, though, and we just checked out, caught some of the pro guys, passed some of the pro guys, and I think we were third overall with, I think there's 5 or 6 pros that showed up that day. We were, like, third overall with timing, and
nice.
And I won my class, and the car held up great, everything was great, and it was hard not to get emotional after it, because you're in the car, you don't think about that. You're just driving, and then we finally came off. And
was that your first win?
My first win
of the season.
Yeah, first win. I was so over the moon. I was so relieved that everything held together. Everyone who doubted us, there ain't no more doubt. We did it, and it was almost kind of emotional for me because it was so much hard work and time. I put 3 years into building this car.
Oh yeah,
and it's like finally, like, it all paid off. And it was tough. My girlfriend come out, and my pit crew there was all giving me hugs. My teammates were there.
Nice.
My buddy who I beat, who's in the points lead, he came over and congratulated me. He goes, dude, you deserve that. You drove your balls off, man. That was great. And
nice.
It was good. It was a huge confidence booster for me. And then the last race of the year was where it went bad for us. I broke a lot of stuff last race.
The last race.
Last one was bad for me.
We had a good race. Best race ever. Good preparation. A lot of long hours. And now we're getting to that one bad race.
Yep, this was
the last one.
The last one. It was shaped up to be a good race, too. Preparation was there. Everything was there. Were you there?
No, that's work calls. I have to go. I can't say no.
Yeah, he was working out. I felt bummed for him, but I had a starter button issue. Car wouldn't fire right away, so I was dead last off the gate. And I'm like, I'm mad. So we come in like 3 laps. We made a pass. I think there was 8 of us that showed up for the final round. A lot of our guys broke previous round, and he couldn't make it. It was a kind of a quick turnaround.
Oh,
it was like a 3-week gap, and some of the guys to get parts,
especially side-by-side parts and the price. But I also heard from another guy that has a shop. He was having a lot of trouble getting parts from Parts Unlimited, other places. Like, they just didn't have them in stock. Long wait times, and it's just like, what the hell's going on there?
Yeah, a lot of stuff was back. I was fortunate enough to have a good team behind me that had spare parts and enough sponsors to help me and back me to get it in. So hats off to those guys. I'll get into that probably later here, but that was big for us. Like, parts was hard to get, so it was tough to see them out. Both 8 cars in the line. We started, I think it was dead last. I mean, it wasn't even a gap. It was just like they were just gone. I was like, wow. So I finally got the car to fire up, and first lap we got in the 6th, and lap 3 we got to 5th, then 4th. About 2 laps ago, I got in the 3rd, and I could kind of see the leaders, but I kind of couldn't. They're like, you got on the motocross track, you kind of glance and see.
Yeah.
And I was trying to gauge it. We started catching them, but I knew something was wrong with the car, so I got tangled up with a rider trying to make a pass. It was actually one of my teammates. I got tangled up with him. And we came off a jump, and he landed beside me, and we touched in the front. Our tires touched. And little did I know, I felt something in the front end. I thought he broke my axle. I ended up blowing out a whole front diff. blew the whole thing out.
I hear horror stories about front
Oh,
differentials.
it was a nightmare. I had never seen so much chaos in the front diff. It was hard. I mean, we were both on the throttle pretty hard, but the front it was all over the place. But I mean, I told my buddy we might have to settle for third. It's like I can't keep pushing this thing much more because the front end was just all over the place, and so we got into I think the final lap was coming up, and I was starting to back it down a little bit because I wanted to make it last and hold the position. I know we were 25 points out of the lead, so even if we won, if my buddy got fourth or better, he had the championship. So after let's just try to stay here and manage our position. Well, I no longer said that, and here we come back in the wood section, and we hit a small kicker, and I was hitting it wide open. We hit it wide open, we come down, I just feel the whole back end of the buggy just fall. And I glanced over, and my tire's passing me up down by the woods. I'm like, that ain't good.
That tire was spinning.
They pulled us off the side of the track there, and I had rear axle nut failure. And it was no one's fault. It happens. And so they pulled me off there, and I had to wait till the race was over. A lot of other guys was braking too. Like a lot of guys were braking. They were just all over the place trying to get as many positions and points as they could, and a lot of them broke. And I finished fourth on the day. So
all that damage and you still finished fourth.
Yeah, all the damage and finished fourth. They pulled me out.
Not too many people can get away with that, but some of the other riders must have had some bad luck too.
Oh, there was cracked wheels, cracked. I mean, there was all kind of stuff. Guys had rollovers, and it blew my mind because I'm like, out of all the races that have all the chaos, it's the last one. Like I thought it would be the double points, but the double points wasn't that many breaks at all.
Okay,
so it's like I don't know, but it was wild. They pulled me out on the forklift. Whole buggy and all. We have pictures. Well, we have pictures.
Oh, yeah.
We'll show that. But it was funny. Jake Fredericks was there, a good friend of mine. He races, and he's a heck of a driver. Done the whole short course shebang, everything, 12-hour races. Awesome driver. I thought it was funny. He came out, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "Race car driver now, boy." I started laughing, and it was cool, though. We got the second place in championship. I congratulated my teammate, and it was funny. It was always me or him, it felt like, when our cars were both on. There's like 3 races where it was us on the podium. It was always like me or him. It seemed like it was always just me or him right there. And we had a decent gap on the field. And like it was spotty. Like, say you have bad races, good races.
Yeah.
But it was it seemed like it was always me and him. Like if we got together, we would just kind of pull away.
Is that a fellow teammate?
Yeah. So yeah, it was my buddy. It was Evan Toth.
Okay.
So I told his dad, his dad, I love his dad. His dad's so funny. And he came up to me and goes, "Man, I love watching you guys race. You guys leave it all out there." And we would rub. I mean, I got paint on my bumper from him on the front and rear. So we've touched quite a few times. But he's a good sport about it. I mean, we let it all hang out. And it was good. It was by far the best kind of racing. Like, I liked it. It was good. It was competitive. I kind of wish we got to do that more this season. It was just, unfortunately, mechanicals and issues happened.
So, how many races were there for the GP series this season?
So we had 6 races this year for the Switchback series. The GP series would be.
Plus the Gobbler.
Yeah, plus the Gobbler, which unfortunately we couldn't make it due to mechanical issues. That's from the last race. So that was a bummer for sure because I love the Gobbler race. Like, anyone who wants to go out, it's Switchback MX and just look up their schedule. I love the Gobbler race because nobody really cares. Like, it's just, hey,
all
go
out.
just go have fun. If you don't make it, well, you get tired or whatever, pull in. Now, unless you're in a pro class, they care. That's 100% payback.
Oh, yeah.
So they care. I like it, though. I race with a lot of the guys in the pro class, and I rode with Jimmy Moore. So those guys are awesome. They're awesome drivers, awesome competitors. So it's they let it all hang out. They're not shy about it.
Now, your class, do they do any payouts for your class, or is it just a pro class?
No, just a pro class.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's how do I say it? It's kind of like bittersweet there, but at the same time, I'd rather see the pros get paid out than us. I mean, we're just amateur guys kind of starting out, and it's like, hey, well, I think it's a good building factor.
Well, what row are you?
So we'll be second row for sportsman amateur. So they only run like 2 rows with switchback. It's either,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's either like pro or amateur.
Okay. I didn't know, like, pro-am. I didn't know how many rows there were or whatever. So we're going to wrap this up. Who would you like to thank that helped you get through this whole season? Co-pilots, friends and family, you name it. I know there's a lot of people that helped you and what it takes to get to that final race.
It was it was a lot. I like to thank me personally. Just first off, my whole team, YXZ Mafia, all those guys. Matt Yorkerson was one of my buddies and teammate, and just helped me with a lot. I thank him so much. Jimmy Moore, JM Fabrication, taught me everything I know about driving. Pretty much 70% of the stuff on the car he built, so it held up good. So we did good. That's good, positive feedback. So I thank him. Bigham's Auto, Miller's Motorsports, Casey Huck with CHP Performance, building our engines. He's awesome. DLP, Hess Motorsports, Glenn Hess, does a great job. Sean Smoking Barbecue, Outlaw Transporters, True Tree Professionals, Tusk, Sun F, Crewmacker Racing, and my girlfriend, and she's awesome. God bless her, I love her. She puts up my busy mess and deals with my craziness sometimes. So
it gets crazy when stuff don't go right or parts don't come in or what am I going to do?
Oh, yeah.
You need to fall back on somebody.
Yeah, so God love her. I appreciate it. My whole family and my whole pit crew behind me, just the whole Crewmacker Racing team there, for them coming together and help me out. We go back as friends and the moto days, so to bring them on with me is awesome. That meant a lot to me. So that was good, and just all those guys, honestly. If it wasn't for all the people I pretty much named, probably wouldn't be out there this season. So it was good. And my co-pilots, which poor Sean and my other buddy, poor Brandon, I'm sorry, man. I put them through the ringer.
I can only imagine.
But it was good. All those guys, and I don't think I'm missing anybody. I don't think so. But yeah, that was great.
Now you got some new sponsors this season.
Yeah, so we were supposed to be racing this year, and then opportunity came to buy a different car and decide to sit out. I'm knock on wood, I don't have the car yet, so it's in limbo right now. But it's a buddy of mine down south. I have to go get it. But we picked up some new ones. We got Four Brothers Construction jumping on board with us. JMF5, Josh Machoni, really stepping up. We worked with him a little bit this past year, but he's going to be a lot more involved next year with the car and some aspects of it. And then we're going to be also partnering with, I feel bad now because I'm forgetting the name now. Diamond, thank you. Diamond Excavating. They're going to be working with us a little bit too.
Awesome.
And we're going to be picking up Rupert's turkey calls as well.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah, we're branching out now a little bit to the hunting stuff too now.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
No, he's a good buddy of mine, and he makes awesome products for like turkey calls and deer calls, and he's always all over the place selling them, and he's all over. He goes to Westbourne Fair. He has an expo there he goes to in April, which is coming up, so keep an eye out for that. And he also goes out to Colorado. He sells all kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to have those guys on board with us. All the other guys I named are still on board with us for this previous year or the next year whenever we have the car ready, which I give them props for being patient with us. And we had a great season, and we dug ourselves out of a big hole for being first year.
Of course.
Yeah, so hats off all those guys for sticking behind us because, I mean, I was doubtful. I didn't think they would, but they did, and looking forward to the next season.
Wow, that's awesome. People don't realize what it takes to go out racing and the cost, the travel expenses, if you don't have a camper or whatever. Some series you go out and camp and that, but the parts, and it's expensive. And those sponsors mean so much to all you riders. And I know it just by what I'm doing here. Every little bit helps, and that is great that you have so many people on board. Is that with just you or the team also?
So a majority of the sponsors is actually with the team, a good bit of them, such as Glenn Hess of Hess Motorsports, Casey Huck, DLP. They do a lot of our like engine mapping, tuning, and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's help them and steering racks from Glenn Hess. His steering racks, best in the business, can't go wrong. And so we had lows with the team. That was all through Matt Yorkeson, who put that all together for us. So he's the real champ of the whole team, I should say.
Okay.
'Cause he put that all together for us. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where we'd be, to be blunt. But those guys there, and the rest of the guys I brought with me, like Millers and True Tree Professionals and Outlaw Transporters, I brought them off me. Krumnacher Racing, that was through my moto days.
Okay.
And good friends. So I was excited to bring them on board. Bigham's Auto was also a friend who took a small chance on us, and they want to extend and throw a little bit more our way next following season.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So it's we're excited.
Well, no doubt. I want to thank you both for coming here. I think this went awesome.
Oh, hands
Yeah,
down.
we've been chit-chatting and just talking about the sport that you guys love. We're trying to get the word out. This is what this series is about. I want people to know what it takes to go racing, the experiences they have. I know going to the A-Works Racing Series, just my experiences there, it's so much fun to go out and record all the action. I want to sit down with these riders from all these series, whatever series I go to, or whoever wants to sit down and talk. If you want to sit down and talk and tell me about your experience and what sport you're doing, hit me up. I love this, and you guys did great.
Yeah, it went awesome. Hopefully, I know you probably get busy with a bunch of our stuff after people see this. Maybe on down the road, if you decide to have us back, and we'll come back again.
Oh, yeah.
Give an update.
Well, I'm going to try to bring, I don't know about all of this, but I'm trying to get a pop-up tent with some sidewalls so I can put this in here and just have a nice little secluded spot. These microphones don't pick up a lot of outside noise, so if there's people riding by on their dirt bikes or whatever, you still hear us and that. And I think this is going to be a great start to this series, The Nitty Gritty. Stay tuned, everybody. Thanks to Andrew and Sean for coming down. They drove 3 hours easily to here, and it snowed up here. So thank you again. I appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again. Stay tuned for episode 2 of The Nitty Gritty.